Hi all, welcome again on my channel. Today we will see our next topic in SAP MM, that is vendor return and its subsequent delivery processes in SAP MM. So we will see two different way while returning goods to the vendor and its various movement type involved in it. So let's see that, but before diving into the system, if you are new on my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel. Also share this video with your friends who wanted to learn. Thank you. So we'll start with our today's topic, that is vendor return and its subsequent delivery. So first, what is exactly vendor return? So return to supplier processing enables you to return the damaged or unwanted or poor quantity of goods to your supplier. That means if while transporting some product, its quality got damaged or broken, or vendor have delivered wrong product, or maybe it's not up to the extent quality of that product is not up to the extent that you wanted. In that case, you create vendor return delivery. Also, there is another type of delivery, subsequent delivery. So subsequent delivery is an additional delivery of goods in order to fulfill demand or previous defective delivery. In logistics, it becomes necessary when an order cannot be fulfilled with just one delivery. In that case, to fulfill that requirement, supplier gives subsequent delivery. So in short, return delivery when quality of goods are not up to extent or damaged or broken, and subsequent delivery is in order to fulfill that return delivery. So let's see in system how exactly it works. So we'll understood with, as usual, process flow diagram how exactly it works. So I will show you same time in system as well. So here prerequisite for this delivery is we should have one material master and vendor master. In this return delivery or subsequent delivery, there is no configuration required, so it's all relevant to the movement types. So I have already maintained one material master and vendor master for this scenario using this T code. Then next I will create one purchase order in system with ME21N. So let's dive into the system. So I'm creating one purchase order. So running T code ME21N. Then it's very similar, provide all necessary details to create purchase order. So I'm using purchasing organization 0001, purchasing group 001. Then I'm using this material. Let's say I'm creating this PO for 50 quantity, its unit of measure, then delivery date, net price, let's say 10 euro, its material group and plant is 0001. Then provide all necessary details and press enter, and then check for this purchase order. So there is all warning messages, I'm ignoring them and I'm just saving this purchase order. So this is my purchase order number. I will take it for my reference. Okay, so once I have purchase order, then I will do goods receipt for similar purchase order. It is pretty similar to our P2P cycle. So run T code Migo to perform its goods receipt. Then select here goods receipt, purchase order and provide purchase order number and required quantity details. Check item for OK and check. So there is no message, document is OK. Okay, so I have created this GR. Okay, so now I will copy this document number as well as I need this. Okay, so let's say once you have done your GR and now you identified there is some issue with this material So you have received 50 quantity of material and you have found that 10 are out of that material are defective or with poor quality or damaged or broken. So in that case, how you will return to vendor? So you can again create a Migo and select return to vendor with movement type 122. So let's see in same system. So but for this you need previous document number that you can find in ME23 purchase order history as well. So this is my document number. So I will open another tab. Then run T code Migo, and here select return delivery and provide your material document, or if you have given some delivery note at the time of creating GR, you can use that as well. But in my case, I haven't given any delivery note, so I will use material document and press enter or execute. But let's say now I have only 15 quantity as a damage, so I will put that here instead of returning all GR. And see, as you selected here return delivery, system will select movement type 122 automatically. Also, one important thing, system will ask you this new field here under where below the movement type. What is the reason for return? So you have to select here appropriate reason. In my case, I am selecting poor quality and check. So document is okay. Save. Okay, so I have posted this. Now I will just refresh this PO. So here I can see two documents against this. Now I have returned that to vendor, but again vendor will deliver me the goods that I have returned. So in order to fulfill my requirement, so again after return delivery, vendor will send goods back and we have to perform subsequent goods delivery again with movement type 101. So in that case, you must have this document or its original document, and here you have to select subsequent delivery and material document and then give enter. You can give original document as well, that is 87 or 88, it doesn't matter. Then system will select automatically quantity mentioned in this delivery material document. So you have to check that, and again here movement type will be 101. Then check, there is no issue and you can post. So now we can check in purchase order history again. So here we can see three documents. So first we did goods receipt for all 50 quantity, then out of 50 because of poor quality we have returned 15, and for this 15 vendor have delivered those return 15 quantity again with a fresh quantity as a subsequent delivery. So this is how subsequent and return delivery works. And then invoice processing, it is again pretty similar. So we have to run T code Miro. It is very similar, nothing changed in this. We have to provide all details that we provide for normal invoice processing. Then calculate tax and provide this amount here. That's it. Save. Again go in PO history and we can check. Here, so now we have done with its GR, return delivery and subsequent delivery and invoice for this. And rest of payment things will be handled by finance team. Then there is another process of returning to vendor in case you do not have material document number or purchase order, but you have to return to vendor. So how you can return? For example, let's say we have some books or magazines or some ticket, and on your stall, let's say you are selling newspapers. Every day you order certain newspaper of 100 quantity, but you haven't sold all 100 over the period of week or month. Let's say here consider week of 7 days. So you order 100 quantity of XYZ newspaper every day, and you haven't sold all 100 every day. Let's say some days you have, let's say Monday you have sold 90, Tuesday you have sold only 80, Thursday you have sold only 95, or so on. So over the period of 7 days you have gathered unsold value, let's say 50, and now you wanted to return those 50 newspapers or magazines to the vendor. So you do not have single purchase order or single document number. Over the period you have 7 different purchase order and 7 different document numbers. But now you wanted to return those newspaper as it's not useful and you haven't sold them and you already paid payment to the vendor. So how you will handle that in SAP? Let's see. So in this case, prerequisite, I already have that maintain material and vendor master. So I will create a return purchase order in SAP system. So how to create that? Let's see in system. I will take same material, but now I will create return purchase order. Let's say I have this material and I have gathered, let's say 10 quantity over the period of week, or maybe 20 quantity over the week of that newspaper, and I wanted to return them now, and I'm giving details. So my material and plant, storage location, and all necessary details you can provide. Then most important thing, while creating returning PO, you do not have to select anything here, it will be the same. But if you scroll here in item or item, you will find this return item, so you have to tick for this. So I will show one more thing here in condition. So now it's positive value. As soon as you tick this and press enter, it will show you minus value, means you have to take a return from vendor for this much amount or against this material for this amount. Okay, so nothing different, just you have to be tick this return items and it's normal PO, rest of things are normal, and save this purchase order. So I will take note of this purchase order. Then you have to create goods receipt, but moment type will be 161. So I will show you in system how to do that. So you will create an Migo, and in this Migo you have to select here goods receipt, purchase order, and provide your PO number. Do not change moment type here or anything, just press enter. Then see, system will automatically select 161 and it's a goods return, GR return. Then again you can update quantity here, how much you are returning to vendor, that is not required anymore. So here reason for movement is not compulsory, so you can check and save. So this document is now created. So it is pretty similar, just we create return purchase order and movement type 161 and price in purchase order is in negative. Next you will process invoice, but there is catch in invoice. You have to create credit memo instead of invoice. So let's see in invoice how you will process that. So run T code Miro. So if you put here invoice and you try to create purchase order, let's see how it will look like or what will exactly happen. See, now it's showing me positive 238. So if I try to 238 here, it will double it. So it will keep adding whatever value I put here. See how it's changing. So if I put 0, it will be 238 and so on. So instead of invoice, I have to select here credit memo because I'm sending credit memo to vendor against that material that I am not going to use and I am returning to vendor. Now if I select this 238 and I put it here, it will balance. So always keep in mind while returning to vendor, and if you have done 161 movement in goods receipt, you have to do credit memo against return purchase order and then save it. So this is done. Now we will check same in purchase order history. Go in ME23M and check for purchase order history. So here we can see everything is in negative and we have created here again credit memo. So this is how we perform return to vendor in case we do not have purchase order or document number. We do not have document numbers or single purchase order for this, and rest of things will be handled by finance team. So that's it for vendor return and subsequent deliveries. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.